Hi, Chef Keller. Very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for considering me for the French Laundry kitchen team of 2024. It is an honor to be here, truly. So yeah, let's get started. A little bit about myself. My name, I'm sure you know, is Elkin Cardenas. I immigrated here from Colombia when I was 4. I was born in Colombia, South America, in the capital of Bogota. And I moved up here to LA. I was raised here from when I was 4. Went to high school here, but after high school, I kind of got up and did what I always wanted to do, which was travel the country and meet new people, have new experiences. And in those travels is when I started cooking. So I went all the way from New York back down to Texas and finally to the Midwest in Missouri, where I embarked on kind of the start of my cooking career. And I'm back in LA, back in California now to kind of further that passion. So yeah, my strengths I would consider to be my determination. I'm very, you could say, even like single-minded in my pursuits. I'm like a horse with its blinders. You know, when I have a goal, I live for it. I stick to it. And kind of correlated with that is my ambition. I would definitely consider myself a very ambitious person, and always, regardless of what I do, whether it's professional or strictly personal, anything in my life, I strive to be the best at it. So that is definitely kind of a driving aspect behind why I want to work here. As far as weaknesses go, one weakness I would definitely identify from years of knowing myself, and this is not just work related, but I'm very impatient. I have always been, but in a professional setting, I compensate for that simply by knowing that it exists, knowing that it's an issue, and operating with that in mind. So whenever I feel like I'm not moving fast enough, like I'm not learning at the rate that I want to learn, because again, very ambitious, so I definitely tend to push myself, which I'm sure has something to do with it. Whenever I feel like I'm not performing well enough, or doing this and doing that not to par, I remind myself that it is a process. Process requires patience. Perfection requires patience, as I'm sure you know, Chef. And I operate with that in mind. And even if it, a little more about this later, but even if it means just taking a breath in the moment and reevaluating my actions and what I'm doing with my time, that's often what needs to happen. A difficult situation that I have dealt with before, I've dealt with numerous times, has been somebody calling out of work, or being sick, and we're down a cook, we're down a dishwasher, we're down whatever it might be in the restaurant. The chef might be down. So everyone, I feel, in that situation has to kind of step up. And there have been many times, for example, one time, chef called in at a place I was working at, so I had to do most of the prep that day. I had to get the stocks going, I had to make the soups, and kind of run service that night, completely unexpectedly. But about a 200 cover night that you kind of have to step up and kind of understand that a kitchen is a hierarchy, and even if you're in a higher position, your instruction and your managerial touch like trickles down, so always being considerate of the people that I'm working with, that might be working under me, and that's how we move ahead out of some tight spots. As far as professional goes for me, I want to be a chef. I want to be a chef of my own restaurant. I am a great admirer of this establishment and the career path that you have set forth for yourself, chef. This is like my introduction to the big leagues here, and I want to play in the big leagues. I want to be the big man in the kitchen and run things and make my own food the way that I want to make it. And you always hope people will like that, because people, ultimately we're here to make people happy, right? So I always want to make people happy with my food, and that's what I want to do professionally. I absolutely work well under pressure. I would say that's kind of all I do. But also, I happen to have ADHD, attention deficit disorder. But the thing that's not really mentioned about ADHD is that it's your attention operates at a deficit when your brain isn't being really like stimulated, when there's like a lack of stimulus and a lack of things to respond to in your immediate environment. A kitchen, there's always something to respond to. There's too much going on. Some people find it overstimulating, but for me personally, it is a perfect work environment because it allows me, in fact, to remain focused in the middle of this chaos. Working in a kitchen for me is like working in the eye of the storm. The storm is all around you, but where you are, your immediate area, you're calm. And as you move through the kitchen, you take the eye with you. You're moving through this kitchen in this bubble of calmness and the clarity of purpose and knowledge of what to do. And that's why I work well under pressure, because I visualize my work environment like that and I operate like that. Why should you hire me? Because I'm the best. Thank you, chef. Have a good day.